Yes, sir?
Yes, sir!
All right, I'm going to line up here. Let's start with my orange belts back here behind me.
Sir! Sir!
Before you're running on the ground, guys, I don't want y'all stepping no holes.
Yellow belt.
Okay?
Sir! Stop! Yes, sir! Sir!
White belts fall out.
My name is Makai Watkins, and I am involved in Taekwondo and Judo and martial arts.
My name is Alexander, and I do Taekwondo.
I'm Caleb. I'm Jacob.
I'm Ava.
And I'm Justice.
My name's Andrew.
My name is Eduardo Posas.
I'm Eric Posas, and I'm Gabby's older brother.
My name is Juan Villa.
My name is Donnie Posas.
I actually started at the age of 2 doing martial arts, and I really just fell in love with it and how I learned how to help others. And that's really one of the main reasons why I enjoy doing it, because it gives me a sense of pride that I know I can actually make a difference in my community.
Well, I started Taekwondo whenever I was 4, and it's been the greatest thing ever. So if anything bad happens, boom, I got that talent.
I mean, we grew up doing it because our dad was just always into it for all his life. And so he wanted us to be it.
And it's kind of like through the family, like we all do it.
Yeah, it's basically a family thing. And I guess all of us, as it went down, we stopped doing the whole karate thing and more got into the boxing part of it. But basically, it's just fighting's just been in our blood, passed down.
I've been in martial arts for, over a decade. Grew up alongside Gabby and learned several styles of martial arts, including Kempo, Arnis, and several other styles of kickboxing and boxing and jiu-jitsu.
I'm a black belt in Kempo Karate. Trained in Kempo Karate, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu.
I've been doing Filipino combat arnis with Mr. Posas for about a good, we started back in 1995 probably. And so we started off small school, joined school, and then we kind of progressed, and then he opened up his own martial arts school. And so I was part of the family kind of, and then also the, when you're part of the family, you got to train with the family. So it was part of teaching class and getting involved in martial arts. So it helped me a lot in life.
I have a black belt under my father in Kempo, in Filipino Arnis, and close quarter combative arts. Been doing martial arts since I was 5-6 years old.
Gabby, wow. I remember sitting at home, always watching her videos, wow, I want to be just like that. And she was just really a big inspiration in the family because she was really the first one to make it big. She's getting on commercials, and she just made us all so proud. And she really is my inspiration to what I do,
Gabby is probably the first YouTuber that I would ever think of that's in our family, probably.
But all her accomplishments, they're just so amazing, and how she got there on her own and with the help of her family, it's really great.
Gabby's always just trying her hardest. She never lets anything get in her way of not doing it. But growing up with Gabby's always just been the cool aunt, the cool one of all of them.
Gabby's just really cool. She's just an amazing aunt. She's one of the scariest people I know. But she can be a very fun person. That's what I like about her.
Gabby's always been an inspiration to me with all the stuff she does. She's always been kind and brave.
Yeah, she's my only and favorite aunt, and yeah, it's mostly her her drive to do anything and like push for everything. Like I looked up to her and like fighting and everything, but it was more about like her drive when she like pursued her dreams and everything.
It's crazy. I'm very proud of her, how far she's come and how hard she's worked. It shows off and it's paid off so far, and she is going to continue working hard if I ever know her.
There's just depth to the brother and sister relationship, you know. First of all, it is a brother and sister relationship. We share the same parents. We grew up together, you know. But, you know, we're both on this fitness and martial arts journey. While I was running the gym, you know, when she came of age, she really stepped up and really helped out around here. Found her own path as well. Going back to depth of relationship, we push each other. So that's where the friendship comes from. We just really push each other, motivate each other.
A lot older than her at the time, and I was actually helping take care of her and raise her. So she was just my little sister. That's always how I've known her. It's very impressive just seeing her drive, and she never says no. It's always like, you know, it's possible. I like that attitude.
What I remember one time, we did a lot of things together. We went to the parties together. I always took her along with me, different parties, and obviously field trips. I was the chosen one. And, hey, you can go with her to field trips. So I was there all in those moments. And but I can always see her when we went to a party. She would wear her little kind of like not a tiara thing, but she had just like a glamour girl. I knew she that's when I knew she was special, because she would dress up her own way, and she didn't care what other people think, and she was a diva.
Growing up, being a martial arts family, it was just part of our lives. Our father made it's like an old school style of martial arts. You know, most people learn martial arts. You know, growing up, they went to a school. You know, me growing up doing martial arts was in the garage, and like you would see like in movies and things like that. For Gabby was, you know, I probably got my black belt when I was 8. I think I was like 18, 19 years old, and so Gabby was still a little baby. She was still, a little girl, just seeing everything happen. So I got into, being with Gabby when I was a little older. So I was like around 22, 20, no, 24. And I would train her in some jiu-jitsu and things like that when she was around like 9 years old. So even when I was, 18, she was a baby growing up. So she kind of started doing it. I guess probably the same age as I was doing it. It makes me really proud. And, me being the oldest, and also I'm the youngest one. I mean, the first one, growing up into it, and then the oldest, of course, and so she's the baby girl, and now she's going for her black belt. I love it. It's a big deal, a big ceremony, and it means a lot. It wasn't just just given to her. She's, I forget how old she is now, 20, in her 20s, and seeing her as a baby, and now it wasn't just given to her just because she's a baby girl and she likes karate, she's daddy's girl, like that. No, she's been trained it, she loves it, it's a part of her. And I guess it's like a full circle that my dad would always say, me being the oldest, and then now Ava being the youngest, doing that. So yep,
We're gonna get beat by Gabby.
Yeah.
We're scared. Well, at least I am.
We love you, Gabby.
Love you, Gabby.
Love you, Gabby.
Yeah, we might get clapped by you and everything like that, but you're awesome. Just wait. I'm gonna land one good one on you. I promise.
Don't kick me in my nuts during this test, please. Just don't kick me low. No, but shoot, just keep going. I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. Keep going, keep grinding. Shoot, it's just one step. It's just one step toward your journey. Keep on going, keep pushing. You know, congratulations.
Go hard at the end, your muscles are all gone. You know, there's like people think of it as mashed potatoes. That's what they feel like. You just hard. I'm just proud of her, and I wish her the best, and I love her.
Gabby, I just want to tell you I love you. I am so proud of you. All right, so keep it up. We can't let it die, and in our families. I love you very much.
My name is Eddie Posas. I am the founder and president of Molo Meal Martial Arts. Been in the martial arts for over 35 years. Have multiple black belts in the martial arts, starting with Kempo, Filipino Arnis, close quarter combat, combat Kempo, and also teach kickboxing. We got ready for this examination, and I've been training with Gabby, since she's been 5 years old. So it seems like a lifetime. Last weekend was her Warrior 300, which she had to do in order to receive her red belt. And so we've been preparing for this day, and she did very well. So a lot of mental, a lot of spiritual, and of course physical training to get up to this point. But yeah, emotionally, yes. Being my youngest child and also my daughter is very emotional. Uh, I felt like everything was spewed onto her. I have actually 5 boys, and she's my daughter, my daughter. So of course, a little bit different with them, but still emotional. Being an instructor, uh, and then also a father to a student that's going to receive a black belt is just very emotional, and it was very emotional for me because it's kind of hard to take the father out of the instructor, but something that we've all done, and that was her passage to become a black belt. Well, for one thing, she was always attached to me. And the boys, when I went fishing and stuff like, she was there. I would get up in the morning. I would tell the guys, everyone, all of my kids, hey, I'm gonna go fishing tomorrow, so be ready. I'm gonna get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna go. And she would be up and ready and waiting for me while the other boys would be asleep. So the difference was just her tenacity and her for her to learn, and always being attached to me, and just I never did any shortcuts on her and everything. So I was actually harder on her because being a female and everything. So I really wanted her to grasp the concept of martial arts, and definitely she has done that. I just say congratulations. I know it's been a journey to get here. What you achieved is there's not too many people that can do that. So hold your head up and be proud of being a black belt. And also me passing down the heritage of the martial arts to you. And I want to see that passed down to the next generation with your children. But what I can say is always be a student, have a student mindset. And when you rise up and you accomplish something like this, bring somebody else with you and share your success. And just know that your dad loves you, and again, congratulations, and you're above average. to start down here. These are, this is Gabby Zuke. She's going to be getting beat on most of the tests today, so everybody clap for Christina. Also, her boyfriend JD will get some too. This is my grandson Justice. So get some. Caleb. And I got Jacob over there in the end. I'm gonna start with my sons. I got my youngest. That's Andrew. That's Andrew. This is Eric. Juan. My oldest, Donnie. Eduardo. Everybody calls him Eddie like me, so. By the way, Eduardo, this is got passed down to dojo, so this is his dojo. He's been doing a fantastic job here with the family, and he's expanding. We're gonna have a boxing ring here. That's where you see the pose, and he's also breaking into this side. So if you guys met me a couple years back, I had one of the biggest dojos here in this area, and it's coming back. So give me this one over here. This is my nephew Ray, but actually he was like my son. He's been training with me since he was 9 years old. He would come stay in the summers with me every summer, get beat up on a little bit. But he's got a dojo in Tennessee. They're from Tennessee, and fantastic young man. This is Ray Watkins. His beautiful wife. I've had pleasure also training with her, and she's fantastic. So this is his wife. And of course, hey, they got one of the most energetic boys I've ever seen. So this is the little one. Say your name.
My name is Alexander.
Alexander. Sir?
My name is Makai.
Hi. This is a student of Ray's that he's in San Marcos now. You were in Tennessee, right? Yes, sir. So he's here. He's a Texas boy now. So, but he is a black belt in judo. So everybody give him a hand. So this is my family. So, sir. Oh man, get killed. This is La Chiquita. I always gotta say the best for last. Everybody say hi to Ava. I remember when Gabby was like that. Woo. You guys can have a seat now. Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm sorry I get emotional. Been in the martial arts for over 35 years. Of course, I've trained my boys, and all my students are like family to me. So, you know, they wind up being my sons and daughters. So, it means a lot. Oh. I already knew I was gonna get like this, so I'm sorry.
It's a real man.
That's right. But I have somebody here, and I got a couple old students that have been with me for quite a long time. I had a dojo here in Duncanville back in the early 90s. I had this guy come in and he told me, sir, I'm a bouncer. I said, oh, okay. All right, okay. He goes, you know, we have gun attacks, we have knife attacks every weekend. I'm like, Wayne, that's pretty serious, right? So he became my student, and it's so funny because he joined my Arnis program, and you know I was teaching him Kempo and other things there too. But he would come to me after the weekend because he would be there for probably Friday and Saturday or on the weekend. He'd come back to me during class on the weekday. He said, sir, I tried that and it worked. I'm like, dang. He goes, I took a knife off somebody, you know, with the strips. Don, can you stand up, please? But he, great man. And we still keep in touch after, how long has it been?
Amen, sir.
It's been a long time. So he saw Gabby as a baby and all the kids, and you know, a story about him. And I told him, I asked him, I said, "You're not going to jump out here today, are you not?" During Donnie's test, Donnie had went for his black belt, and it, you know, if you had seen it, they would probably call. I'm surprised they didn't call CPS on me. So it was pretty brutal. But Don stepped out and was going to defend his little brother, you know. So that was something. I've never seen that before. But yeah, he's very passionate. Like I said, we become family, and that was his little brother. It was awesome. But I have another person here that when I opened up the big dojo here right across the street, it was Manos de Fierro Combative Arts, which I was teaching MMA, and it was one of the biggest gyms here in the area at the time, about 10,000 square feet. Me and my oldest son, we were involved with the pit out in California. We were just getting in, that's when the MMA was just starting. My nephew would come and bring his fighters down, so it was great. It was some good times. There was one particular young man that I had brought. He was in Taekwondo, and then when I was in Dale and Christie's, and he saw me one day doing my stuff, and he asked him, is he doing Taekwondo? And they said, no, he's not doing Taekwondo, he's doing Kempo. He said, you know, kickboxing. I hope he's there. Where's he at? And then, so he came up to me afterwards. He goes, sir, I see your stuff, and you know, I really like to join your class. I said, sure, come on. And ever since then, he's been with me. And boy, I tell you what, one of the most scrappiest guys, one of the best fighters that I had, and one of the best spinning round hook kicks you ever seen. And I seen it for, I mean, people would come in, I said, Omar, go get him. You know, every time the fighter would come in, and he would get him. But Omar, can you stand up, please? This is Omar Rodriguez. But you know, this is our roots. This is my roots. Something I passed down to all my kids. So very proud of our heritage. And it's, like I said, over 35 years worth. I've trained with many good instructors, some that are not here any longer. And my deal was to, I wanted to pass down all my knowledge to my kids, grandkids, students. That's something that I can say, you know what, I left for them. It might not be monetary, but it's something that can change your lives. And you know, I look at my daughter and when she started, and it's just phenomenal. And with all my children, they all have their own professions, but you know, their base, this is their base, right? This is how they get all their strength from, their tenacity, their hard work ethic. It's always been here. You know, you can ask my nephew when he would come on the summers. It was like, okay, you're gonna do two things. You're gonna learn how to do woodworking, and you're gonna do martial arts. So, you know, we would work, and you know, we'd be all dirty, and so okay, it's time to do martial arts. And you know, so those always came hand in hand with me. So, but I've taught my kids a skill, even though they didn't like. They've all done woodworking and stuff. They just didn't care for it. It was a lot of work. So they said, nah. I used to have them strip and do all this kind of stuff, but they all know how to do it. So, but it's something that I've passed down to them. But you know what? What's surprising me right now is this one over here, because if you have a chance, I don't know now, but he's built this other side literally by himself. I mean, put up sheetrock and all this, and I remember Eric says, "Man, you look more and more like your dad." You know. But it's good because, you know, we all have, my father passed down, he was a paint body man, he passed down that type of work ethic to us, to the brothers and the family. And, you know, that's what I've done with all my kids. But it's great, you know, when you can do that. When you have a father, a mother that can pass on those things, it's awesome. But today, we're going to celebrate, you're going to watch Gabriella go for her black belt. Now, I believe she was around maybe 12 years old. She was going for her green belt at the time. And so it was her and Andrew. And they were doing, you know, they went for their examination and everything. So I had quite a bit of other students in there. Because they did something wrong, I think it was a takedown or something, I failed them. They're like, you know, they were surprised. I said, well, I don't do any favors for you. It's gonna be hard. And look at her now. But you know, and then it's so strange to see, to hear your little girl come up to you and say, "Dad, you know, I don't know," you know, she was about 11 or 12 and, you know, going through some things, and she goes, and she's been in acting and everything at the time. She goes, "I don't know if I want to do this anymore." So what are you talking about? I said, I don't want to act anymore. I said, "Okay, sweetie." And this is an 11, 12-year-old telling me this, you know. It's like a grown-up coming to me and say, "I don't know what direction to go to." So I said, "Okay, sweetie, why don't you just get your black belt? Work on your black belt." And she goes, "Bing, okay." So by her doing that, it opened her eyes, and, you know, God has shown favor to her. She has used that in her acting, and now you see her on billboards, you see her do commercials. And then, you know, she has elevated what I taught her to another level. And I'm so proud of her for doing it. And, but you have to see someone come up and tell you that. But see, now she's right on line this way, and she's on line this way. But you're going to see her go through some things today, and she's gonna. It's her time and it's her show. For her to all these years of literally blood, sweat, tears, and, you know, you can ask any one of these guys over here. It is blood, sweat, and tears. It's a lot of work. I've been working with her. Pleasure of working with her. You know, ever since she could crawl. So you know, it's good to see her. Now it's her time to go through that passage, which we've all been through, and she'll be in this position to sit up here now. And just talking about a little bit about how maybe some of you have seen some black belt tests or martial art tests in the past, maybe other systems, whatever. Mine's a little different. The mobile meal system is what I've integrated as far as the IDNIs, the CQC, kickboxing, kempo, all that's meshed together, and all that is what you're going to see today. It's something that we all been blessed to go through, and like I said, I've tested under several different instructors and had the pleasure of working with so many, and to see this happening now, it's awesome. But she's going to be the first female, the youngest of my children, to be ranked as a black belt in motor meal. Give her a hand. So just sit back, check it out. Like I said, cheer her on, clap. You'll have some times after she finishes some things to clap forward, stuff like that. So it's her day, it's her time. And so with that all said, we're gonna get started. Behind the salutation, please.
Warrior, scholar, going forth, back to back, to fight, in unity, mind, body, and spirit, praying for God's protection, learning the way of the warrior through Modo Mio.
Thank you. Rest position.
Thank you, sir.
What is your lineage?
I trained under my father my entire life, and his lineage goes as follows. My father began training in 1979 to 1992 under Rick Fowler, whose direct lineage goes under Master Ed Parker of American Kempo Karate. During this time, my father also trained under Daniel Santo in the Filipino martial arts of Cali. From 1993 to 1995, my father trained under Joseph Amador in Cedar Hill, Texas, in which he earned his third-degree black belt in American Kempo Karate. Joseph's instructor was Steve White. In 1995, my father opened up his first commercial dojo in Duncanville, Texas, called United Martial Arts. From 1995 to early 2000s, my father trained under Hawk Hockheim, in which he earned his first-degree black belt in Filipino Arnis, second-degree black belt in American Kempo Combat Karate, and his first-degree black belt in CQC. In 2008, my father opened up his first MMA school, co-signing across from with a dojo, American Karate, Dale and Christie's in Duncanville, Texas. In 2010, my father opened up the first of his kind and one of the largest in the area, Dallas-Fort Worth area, the MBF Combative Arts, Manos Fierro Combative Arts, stands for Hands of Steel Combative Arts, in Cedar Hill, Texas. In 2010, my father opened up this in 2012, my father opened up this current dojo that we're in now, and soon passed it down to my older brother, Eduardo Posas. And in 2018, my father began developing his Modo Mio system, and Modo Mio can be translated to my style of martial arts.
Can you tell me about the crest that I use?
Sir, the crest of the dragon eating its own tail means rebirth or reincarnation of self.
What would you tell a new student that's walking in the door? Just give a brief explanation of what you teach.
As far as what I teach, it's a mixture of Filipino Arnis, American Kempo Karate, kickboxing, boxing, CQC, and Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And when you come in through these doors, always be a student and be ready to learn, have an open mind, and be ready to work hard.
Why do you deserve a black belt?
I have been training since age 5, underneath my father, underneath you, underneath my brother Eduardo, and this is what I've been doing my entire life.
Gabby, what does a black belt mean to you?
Black belt means to me hard work and never giving up. I think a lot of people, they get their black belt at 8 or 12. That was never an option. I've been doing this for over 17 years. So I earned it. I'm here, and I think a lot of girls, they look forward to their wedding day or babies. This is the day I look forward to.
What do you take from martial arts? What do you take from it? And outside the gym, into the world, what do you take from martial arts?
Mind, body, and spirit. You have to have a strong mind in order to have a strong body. You have to have a strong spirit in order to have a strong mind. And the way that you carry yourself throughout the world. If somebody were to ask me what defines you or who are you, I am a martial artist.
Once you get this black belt, 'cause I know you will, what kind of goal or after this that you met?
Continue training. I don't think the schedule that I've built training for the black belt, I think that's something that's kind of a rhythm now. So definitely continue training, and I'd like to start traveling. I'd like to start teaching more and doing seminars, and I'd like to show what I know in my passion, acting. So carry that throughout the industry, in that industry.
Is there any other style you would like to learn?
Definitely. I'd like to get a little bit more into judo. I do jiu-jitsu, but I'm not very proficient with throws. I'd also kind of like to get into Krav Maga.
Andrew? What inspires you to continue on your journey here?
My dad.
All right, Gabby, I was told by one of my instructors back when I first received my first black belt. He said, now you're really gonna learn. He goes, this is just the beginning. So a lot of people say, well, get your black belt, and it is a celebration. It does mean so much. And what I want you to take from this, and this is everyone here, is that it is a responsibility when you do receive that black belt. Because not only you're going to carry on what you believe in here, all the attributes and the discipline, but you also carry it outside. So it means a lot. Being a black belt also, don't ever forget that you're a student. Always have a student mindset. There is so many different styles, so many different things that you can learn from other instructors, from your students. So always keep an open mind.
Sure.
Always make it to where it fits you, but some things that you learn might not work for you now, but as you get older or later on, you get to understand them. You go back to those things and you never forget them, because when you teach someone else, it might work for them. So never forget those. Let's see, with your uke, I want to see the kicking set.
Christina?
And salute each other, please. Okay, please. Self-defense techniques, please.
Christina.
Let's see a technique against a jab cross. Good job, guys. Let me see against a two-handed high chest push. Awesome. Against a lapel grab. This will be against a right hand hook to the head. From the rear, it is a left side headlock. Next one is against a hair grab. Yep. This is against a step through right hand punch. Against a rear bear hug, arms trapped. Front bear hug, arms free. Oops. Step through front kick. Release. Straight cross. Release. Straight left hand punch. Release. And rest position.
This is going to be the CQC part of the test. Self-defense techniques. Close quarter combat is what CQC stands for.
Christina, up.
All right. Let me see the self-defense technique against a jab cross.
Release.
Let me see a self-defense technique against a straight cross. A straight cross.
Release.
Let me see against a two-handed front choke. A two-handed front choke. Right. see a self-defense technique against the same side wrist grab. Same side wrist grab. Self-defense technique against a two-handed lapel grab. Two-handed lapel grab. Self-defense technique against a roundhouse kick to the ribs. Against a roundhouse kick to the ribs. Oop. Good. Out there.
Everybody shoot off for Christina.
Fix your helmet, Christina. All right. Let me see a self-defense technique against a takedown full mount attack. Against a takedown full mount attack. Move. Right. Go and get a club, please. Stand up. Okay. We see a self-defense technique against an overhead club attack. Against a overhead club attack. Move. Christina, can you grab a knife, please? Okay, this will be against an angle one knife attack. Sorry. Wait. Don't go in there. Just your eyes. Be on Just angle this arm to the ground. Just careful. All right. This will be against a angle one knife attack. Angle one knife attack. Move. Good. Good. Okay. This self-defense technique. Angle 5 center stab attack. Angle 5 right in the stomach stab attack. Move. Hey. This will conclude the close quarter combat self-defense technique. Guys, y'all give them a hand. Good job, guys.
Rest position.
Thank you, sir.
We're gonna work the jab catch drill. Jab catch is work is a drill working the offense and the defense. Work reaction. Work countering the jab, stepping back, moving forward with the jab, stepping back with the catch. Both feeding and both defending. Where's your partner? Front position. This is jab catch drill. Ready? Begin. defend against a jab and a rear hook. Follow through with the left leg teep kick to the midsection, jab, right hook, and low outside roundhouse kick. Okay, begin. Again. Defend against a rear knee thrust. Follow through with a jab, cross, step out left hook to the ribs, and left leg roundhouse kick to the head. Let me repeat that. Defend against a rear knee thrust. Follow through with a jab, cross, step out left hook to the ribs, and left leg roundhouse kick to the head. Defend against an outside leg kick. Follow through with a jab, Superman punch, and step behind right side kick to the ribs. Good. One more time. Defend against an inside leg kick. Follow through with a jab, left leg inside roundhouse kick to the leg, back fist to the head, and spinning back kick to the ribs. Good. One more time. Defend against a roundhouse kick to the head. Follow through with a headlock, 2 knee thrusts, jumping front kick, and jab cross. One more time. Give her a hand, guys.
Gabby, so I want to see you from the Carenza, okay? Reverse grip, Gabby. Good job. Alright. You got to perform the Huba knife strip. Okay. No, I'm sorry. Let's do the 12 angles first, Gabby. Saber grip. Let's go to reverse grip, please. Good job. You need your partner. Okay, you ready? Good job. Give her another hand, guys. Outer wrist strip, the first one. Okay? Good job, good job. Good. Reverse lock strip.
Be mindful of the knives, please, over there, please.
Body strip. Good job. Knee strip. Ankle 4 strip. Alright. Perform with your partner. Attack against angle 1 through 5 and 12.
Okay, get some water. You're gonna stay up on this, please. This is the mano y mano. In the hood bud. Listen for my instructions. Begin. In the hood bud. I want to see an outer wrist throw. Face. Standing armbar. Face. Bicep crush to a takedown. Arm drag takedown. I see a chicken wing. Face. Perform an S-lock. Face. Reverse lock. Face. Try that again. Face. Our horizontal and vertical gooseneck lock. Face. Figure 4 lock. Face. The sleeper. Face. Standing headlock. Face. Reverse neck break. Face. Foot trap. Release. Give her a hand, people. Get you a drink, please.
This next step will be our knees. We're going to do the doble baston, 14 angles of attack.
Start off with Dolby.
Start with cadenza.
Tension. Solo bastón. Salud. Good. Doble. Awesome. Give me a hand, guys. Solo bastón.
Sir.
Salud. Umbral. Amber. You see 12 angles of attack.
Sir.
Lock ticks.
Full 12 angles of attack with ticks. banda y banda.
Your hand.
Perform 12 hours attack, abanico. Perform 12 hours attack, criminal.
And rest position.
Yes, sir.
Good drink back with you. Solo bastón. Against 12 angles of attack. Enseguida. Any follow through motion. So, face this way. Largo más. I gotta watch. I don't have them cut. Your hand. By the way, these things, you get hit by these, it does hurt. You'll have, where's Don? Don remembers that. Solo más.
Sir.
I need two people here, please. On the board, Andy and Eric. Just make sure the sticks don't fly any direction. Back over here. You got to be mindful of sticks. She will be doing some strips. So pay attention. Ace. With your uke, please. Uke. Solo baston. Oh, you already did. I'm sorry. You did already take down.
We have it.
You haven't? Okay. Take down. Excuse me. From each other. Salute. Long takedowns. Begin. Peace. You guys are too quiet. Give your hand. Peace. Okay. Let's go. Push it. What? Peace. Peace. Pass out standing up. Peace. Good job. Doble bastón. Salute. Perform a 14 angles of attack. Again. Face this way. Against the 14 angles of attack, same side block strike. Cross body block strike. Same side block, abanico strike. Go, Gabby, come on.
outside block, circular Sinawali. So, come on, come on, come on.
You got this. Let's go.
Come on. Get right in. Regular Sinawali. Hey. Wow.
You got it.
Your water. Good job. We're going to break for a little bit, so I'm going to wrap her hands. This next section, she's going to do her full sparring, so guys can relax and everything. So it'll take me about 15 minutes.
All right, Gab, you got this, man. This is your day.
So we'll get it out of the way. Oh, we'll go down.
Anything too tight?
I mean, just his finger, but I mean, I think it's okay though.
Can you grab? Grab? Okay. Which one? This one?
Yeah, you see the blood?
I was saying. Good?
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
We're going to start on the ground. On the ground. Beat it.
Come on, Gabby, get him. Go.
Skate, reverse.
Come on, Gabby.
Let's go.
Get him, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby.
Skate back from the back side. Skate back on the left side. Left hand on the knee. Go. Yeah, other way, left side. Underneath, left hand. Left hand on the circle.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby. Gabby.
Keep working. Yeah. Get the top. Gotta get behind the fence, bro.
Go, Gabby.
Shoot up, shoot guillotine.
Come on, Gabby. Go.
Come on, you got this.
Don't stop.
Come on, Gabby. Come on, come on.
Let him out. Come on, you got this.
Come on, Gabby. Come on, come on.
There you go. Nice. Keep going, Gabby. Let him out.
There you go, Gabby.
There you go. There you go.
Back in the center. Back in the center.
Go, Gabby.
Come on, you got this. Let him out.
Time. Come on, Jacob. You got
Come on,
time.
Jacob.
Attack, Jacob.
Keep moving, Gabby. Keep moving.
Come on, come on.
That's
Come on,
it.
Gabby.
Come on.
Gabby. Keep moving.
Gabby, come on.
Pass your guard. Come on. Get a pass. Get a pass. Get a top. There you go. Mount her. Come on. Control arm, Gabby. Come on. Jacob, you get pass. Come on.
Keep it locked, Gabby.
Control arm, Gabby.
Center grip.
Pass. Jacob, church. Test. She needs to earn this. Let's go. Come on.
There you go,
There
Gabby.
you go.
Get out of here. Get out.
Keep it locked, Gabby. Keep it locked.
Get out. Get on there. Get on
There you go.
Back.
There you go.
Go.
Yes, sir.
Hurry.
You can do it.
Let's go.
Go.
Let him out, Gabby. Don't let him out.
Come on, Daddy.
There you
Come on,
go.
Gabby.
Keep
Come
moving.
on.
Keep moving, Gabby.
Yeah,
Keep
let's keep
moving.
it drag. Push him. You got it, Gabby. You got it. Good for you.
Keep
Good for
moving,
you.
Gab. Come on, Gabby, move. Let's go. Let's go.
There you go. Go on, get him out.
Come on, Gab.
Get him off of there.
Get him moving.
Trip,
Let's go.
trip,
Come on,
trip.
Daddy.
Yeah, there you go.
Come on,
There you
Gab.
go.
Come on,
Keep
come on,
moving.
come on. 1, 2, 3. Come on.
Keep moving, Gabby.
That was Gabby. Come on, come on.
Keep moving, Gabby. Let's go. Come on, Gabby.
Go, Gabby.
You do it.
Crack his arm and bridge him over.
Come on, Gab.
There you go.
There you go.
There you go.
Come on.
Push it, push it.
There you go.
Come on, Gabby.
Okay, 1 foot. Lock it.
moving, Gabby. Keep moving.
Gabby.
Get that other leg out, Gab.
Come on, Gabby, come on. Come on. There you go. One. Come on, Gab.
You're not tired.
Come on.
There you go, good.
Come on, keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Come on.
There you
There you
go.
go. There
Keep
you
moving,
go.
Gabby. Keep moving, Gabby.
on, better.
Come on, Gabby.
Keep moving.
Whoa, right there. Oh.
Don't let him out, Gabby. Come on. Get him off.
Pass.
There you go.
Go, Gabby.
Go. Go, Caleb, get her. Get her, Caleb. Get it to each other. This is back, her back. Let's go.
Keep it locked, Gabby.
Come on. Watch her up. Watch her up, Caleb.
There you go. There you go. Go for a full mount, Caleb.
Come on, Caleb.
Lock it in, Gabby. Lock
Push
it.
on her face,
Stack it.
Caleb.
Stack it.
Push on her face. Push on her face.
Lock it, Gabby.
More.
Lock it.
Get your head
Push
out.
on her cheek.
Caleb, get on your feet, Caleb.
Her cheek, not her neck. Her cheek.
Come on. Come on, Gabby.
Keep it locked, Gabby.
Try to get out, Caleb. Come on, Gabby.
Gotta move that arm.
There you go. Keep it locked. Keep it locked.
Push up. Triangle. Watch her up. Get those hands off your neck.
There you go. Keep it locked, Gabby. There.
Turn,
Right
turn,
there.
turn, turn. Yeah, keep on. Go, keep on going that way. Caleb, keep on going that way, Caleb. Keep on going. There you go. To this side. Ah. Get a 10. Get a 10.
Come on, Gabby.
Do it. Work it. Let's do escape, Caleb. Almost had it, Gab.
Come on, Gab.
Come on, you gotta tap the
Come on,
middle. Come
Gabby.
on.
Get.
Come on, flip.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on,
Come on,
Gabby.
Gabby. Go, 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 Gabby.
Caleb, get out of there.
Come on, Caleb. Push that knee down. Right there. It's right there. Push it down. Yeah, push it down.
Ooh.
There you go.
There you go.
Push your hand all the way through. Your right hand. See, no,
Lock it in, Gabby.
Nice.
Lock it in.
Come on, Caleb.
Stand those hips. Can we get that leg?
Come on,
Get your hand through the neck.
There.
Put it in through. Yeah, go. Keep driving it through.
There you go. Get
There
that
you
foot down.
go. There you go. Keep it locked.
Get that arm. Get that foot. A little bit deeper. Pull that arm.
Watch her.
There you
Bring him down. Bring him down, Gabby. Come on.
Keep it locked,
Come on,
Gabby.
finish it, Gabby. If you're gonna
Keep it
finish it.
locked
Come on.
in. Keep
Come
it
on,
locked.
Gabby.
That foot down.
Don't
There
let
you
go.
Sink it in.
Come on, Gabby.
Keep it locked, Gabby.
Come on, Caleb.
Your foot with the other hand.
Keep putting pressure on her. Stack her.
There you go.
1,
Breathe.
2, 3, Gabby.
Breathe.
Go.
25 seconds, Jack. Come
Come
on.
on, go.
Go.
25 seconds.
Come on.
Come on. There you go. There you go. Pass. Come on, Gabby. Don't let him go. Come on. Get out to your side. Get on your side, Gabby. Get on your side. Don't let him mount you. Come on, Gab. Get her mom. Come on.
You got this, Gab.
Come on,
Have
Gabby.
his arm and bring
Get
him
off this.
over.
Keep it down, Caleb.
Time.
There you go.
Hit the start.
Breathe, Gabby.
Go, Gabby. Let's go.
Yeah, yeah.
Come on. Let me break it down. Let's go. Come on. Attack. I need you to attack. Let's
You
go.
can do this, Gab. You can do it. Come on.
Come on,
Take it,
Gab. Come on. Come on, Gabby.
Go, Gabby. Come on. Attack. Come on. Get off your back. You need to be on your shoulders. Get off your back.
Don't
Right
let
side.
me get
Face
on
him.
you. Yeah.
Push.
Come on, Gabby.
Get in his neck. Get in his neck.
Come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Keep moving,
Push it
Gabby.
off.
Keep moving.
Get that arm. Turn to your side. You guys turn to your right. Turn to your right, not away.
Come on,
Turn
Gab.
towards him. Get on
You
your
push
hip.
hard.
Get on your hip.
Are they rolling?
No.
Come on, Gab.
Other way,
Come on.
Gabby.
You're not gonna be back.
Roll him.
Roll over.
Get the arm trap.
Roll over.
You can roll it. Ah, come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Gabby.
Get out of there.
Shrimp,
Come on,
shrimp,
Gabby.
shrimp.
Come on, Gabby.
Gabby. Come on. Come on. There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go.
Turn.
Come on, Gabby.
There you go.
Come on, Gabby. Attack him.
Turn.
Attack. Keep moving. Come on, Gabby. Keep attacking.
Come on.
Attack. There you
Keep
go.
it up. Keep it up.
Pass.
Come on, Gabby.
Breathe.
Come on, Gabby, you can do this. Let's go. Keep moving. You're not tired. It's all in your head. Come on. Come on, Gab. Push through. Push through.
Gabby.
You got this.
You got this, Gabby.
Shred, get on your side. Get on your side. Come on, don't give me the arm. There you go. You go. Push down the knee. Don't give me the arm. You're not giving that arm.
Come on, Gabby, you gotta move.
Gotta
You
get out.
gotta
Come on.
move, Gabby.
Nope.
Come on, Gabby.
Turn,
Get
turn,
out
turn,
there.
turn, Gabby.
Turn.
Come on, Gabby.
There you go.
Stand up and pass. Come on.
Keep going,
Stand up and
Gabby.
pass.
Keep
Don't
going,
really
Gabby.
Gabby.
Get up.
Get up.
Come on, Gabby.
Keep moving, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby.
You got this.
Come on, Gabby. You did great.
Gabby.
Your hand.
Take a quick drink. Body suit up. Go, Gabby.
Go, Gabby.
Come on.
Gabby.
All right, up. Gloves on.
Hey, come on, let's go.
Not on your feet. Not on your feet. Come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on, Gabby.
Give it to him. He don't even give it to you.
Get in there. There you go, Gabby.
There you go.
One. One.
Come on, Gabby, you got this.
Come on, Gabby.
Gabby.
Rub it off. Let's go.
Gabby.
Good breathing. Good breathing.
Oh, that's it. Let's go.
All night long. You do this all night long. Do this all night long. Do this all night long.
Only 2 minutes.
Hands up. Do this all night long. All night long.
Lick it.
There you go, Gabby. There you go.
Come on, Gabby.
Go, Gabby.
Catch that leg. Come on. Hands up,
Again,
hands up,
Gabby,
hands
let's
up.
go.
Get him, Gabby. Get him.
Wait for it. Take your time.
Get that reach, huh?
Come on, hands up.
Action. Let's go. Very good.
Oh, Gabby. Come on, Jake. Finish it off.
Hands up, hands up, hands up. Hands up. Set it up, set it up.
Nice, Gabby.
Table.
Come on, Gabby, get in there.
Come on. Second win. Hands up, set it up. Come on, hands up. Come on, come on, come on.
Come on,
Second
Gabby.
time.
Gabby, you can do this.
We're missing somebody. Justin.
Gabby, go hard.
Hurry, Justin. Edward, go.
Deep breath.
Smooth combos, Gabby. Smooth combos.
You got it, Gabby.
Work, Edward. Work.
Focus, you can do it.
Combos, mess them up.
Timekeeper,
ready? Timekeeper.
Timekeeper,
ready? Timekeeper, ready?
Yep.
You're gonna go all night long.
Come on, Gab.
All night long, all night long, all night long.
Go, Gabby. Go around. Don't stand still.
There you go, Gabby.
All night long.
Gabby, you need to attack, Gabby. Let's go.
You ready?
Come on. I thought you wanted this, Gabby. Come on. Come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Show yourself. Let's go. Come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on.
Come on. Let's go.
Come on.
You know that corner?
Don't stay
Let's
still.
go.
Let's go. Don't
Go. Come on, Gabby.
Head to the top. Let's go. Then kick it in the head. Let's go.
All right. Come on. Get
Go, Gabby. Go, Gabby. Take your time. Come on, set him up. Right there. Come on, set him up.
Combination.
Move forward, move forward. Hands up. Come on, come on.
Combinations.
Get in there.
This is what we all talk about. This is where it counts right here. Come on.
Multiple punches. Come on. 1, 2, 3.
Go.
Hands up.
Combination. Combination.
Hands up, hands up.
Combination.
Hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up, hands up.
I know it's hard. That's heavy. They're heavy. Don't come on. Hands up.
Keep your hands up.
Mine over matter. Mine over matter.
Keep your hands up.
Come on. Come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on. Let's make it look fast. Let's go. Come on.
Come on,
Let's
come
go.
on. Come on, you faster,
Hop in the
man.
head. Hop in the head. Hop in the head. He wants you.
Come on, Gabby.
Come on. Let's give it to you.
Come on.
Hands up, hands up.
Come on, Gabby. Come on.
Come on, Gabby.
Don't muscle. Come on.
You gotta fight through it.
Hands up, hands up. Hands up.
Want it, push, want it, push. Want it, Gabby.
Hands up, hands up.
Come on, Gabby.
Want it, Gabby.
One minute. 1 minute. 1 minute.
Head up, Gabby. Keep your head up. You got this. You got this.
Recover, recover.
Gabby.
Keep your head up, Gabby.
Deep breath, deep breath.
You got this. You got this.
Let's go. Breathe.
Want it, Gabby. Want it.
It's easy for everybody to be doing it. You got this. Head up and breathe.
Breathe. He knows.
Seconds.
Come on, Gabby. You can do this. You can do it, Gabby. Stand on tired, Gabby. You work with it.
Easy work, Gabby. Easy work.
All right, ready? You ready? What you got?
It's your time.
You know you ready?
All you.
Right here, sir.
Combinations.
I know. We all know how it feels, but you gotta just throw your hands up. Oh.
2.
On one.
2 on 1.
Take the one in the middle. Take the one in the middle. Yeah, communicate. Touch gloves. Touch gloves.
Let's go.
Help you.
Yep. Right here. Real. Come on. Next one. There you go. Go around. Go around. Go around. Don't stand still. Don't be cornered.
Don't drop your head down.
Come on. Hands up, Gabby. Come on.
Behind you.
On the outside. On the outside. Circle. Circle the outside. Run the outside of the ring.
Jab, jab, and push.
Ooh.
Get out of there. Get out of there.
Come on.
Get out of there. Come on. Hands up, hands up. Keep your hands up. There you go. Come on. Get up. Come on. Trap her up.
Push him out. Push him out.
Grab her. What's behind you?
Push. Gabby, throw it. Just throw it.
Hands up, hands up.
Good punch. Come on,
Come on, Gabby. Just throw it, Gabby. Come on. Keep pressing go. You got it. Come on. Come on, Gabby. You got this. You got this.
hands up. Get your hands up. Get your hands up.
Come on, Gabby.
Hands up.
Just push it down. Come on, Gabby. You got this.
You got to circle around, Gabby. Come on, Gabby. Go around. There you go. There you go. There you go. Come on, Gabby. There you go.
Go, Gabby.
Push, Gabby. Push, Gabby. You got to push.
hands up. Put your hands up.
Keep your head up, Gabby.
Go, Gabby.
Keep your head up, babe.
Go, Gabby.
You got this. You got this. You got this.
Okay.
Hustle. Come on, girl. You got this. Come on, Gabby. It's your black man. Let's go. It's your turn today.
Come on, Gabby. What you want? Let's go.
You're clean, guys.
Go.
Go.
Hands up, hands up. Come on, come on.
Just throw it, Gabby.
Go, Gabby.
Stay focused. You got this, girl.
Attack. You want it. Come on, Gabby.
Come on,
Give it to him.
come on,
That's
Gabby.
it. Up. We're waiting for him. It's your show, your show. Let's go.
Come
Come on, Gabby. Come on. Be first. Come on. Come on. Be first. Come on, come on. Come on, let's go. Come on.
Gabby, push hard.
Hands up. Jab, use that jab. Get some space. Get some love behind you. Come on. Get some love behind you. Go. Throw the kick. Use that jab. Come on.
Come on, Gabby. Come on, Gabby.
Come
Go, Gabby.
on. Come on, Gabby.
Come on.
Come on, get in there.
Come on.
Want it.
Let's go. Show me right. Let's go, Gabby. Gabby, let's go. Push back.
Come on, Gabby.
Hands up, Gabby. Come on, Gabby. Gabby, come on. Let's go, Gabby. Push back. Push. Back it up. Your head down. Get up. Fight, Gabby. Fight. Come on. Fight. Don't be a puncher. Domination, go. Go. Domination. Come on, get it out. Gabby, you go to jab. Punch it. Domination. Go. Throw it. Go forward, throw. Come on, Gabby. Head up.
Come on, Gabby.
Go. There you go.
Come on. Hand up.
Let's go.
Go on, Gabby.
There you go.
There you go. Use that jab. Give her a hand, guys.
One big hand, guys.
Juanito, if you can take her stuff off, please. Relax a little bit. You don't get her a chair. Again, there's not too many people that can withstand that, guys.
And make sure she puts that on. Yeah, she's huh? No. She needs to put that back on. Okay, I need to bring water. Ray, Don, back in the back, please. Sir.
You know you did. You did. No, you did. You did good. You got it. You didn't give up.
When you're out there, it's easy to say push. I couldn't throw my hands.
Because you're mentally exhausted. But you did good. You didn't stop. You didn't stop.
Oh, you didn't stop.
You did good. You did good.
You did all. I'm proud of it.
You did good. That's right. Just breathe. If it was easy, yeah. If it was easy, everybody would be doing it.
Everybody held breath.
Yeah.
Especially now with pops, you know that.
No, yeah.
Nothing's easy with pops.
I'm so proud of you.
You make me cry too. Well, you know, you can imagine just beating up on your daughter. But she's my student. She's my student first. In here, she's my student. Did real good. Good job. Attention.
Sir.
Sit back, please. Kneel down. Turn around. Take off your belt.
Can you take the belt? Congratulations, Gabriella Corvina. This diploma hereby declares that in your dedicated study and practice in the Eastern and Western martial arts, you have achieved the rank of first degree black belt. Give her a hand, folks. Mom, can you take the, sorry, give it to Mom. Oh, I love that. First hands, hey. Starting with Juanito. Come here, please. I need, sir, can you stand behind me? Stand behind me, sir.
No, don't press against her. Yeah, she's squashed. Just catch her.
Face!
Yeah. All right, Gabriella, congratulations. Let's do a short salute. Hey! Thank you guys for helping out. Appreciate it. Come say congratulations. Gabriella. So proud of you. So proud of you.
One big giant man.
Good job. Without you.
That's good. You did good. I'm very proud of you. Glad you were here.
Welcome to the black family.
That's right.
The
black sheep.
Proud of you. You did good. Awesome.
You made me cry. Oh, you did good. I love you.
Congratulations, Gabby. Congratulations.
I'm just kidding.
I was waiting for Alex. I was waiting for Alexander to go.
Good job, Gabby. Congrats, Gabby.
That didn't work.
It worked up to a certain point.
It's supposed to give you some calories.
Why you gotta be like that? You said, dang, dog.
This is so hard.